Norwich property market. East Anglia's green city investment. Ever walk through Norwich on a crisp Saturday morning? The market buzzing, independent cafes serving actual real deal coffee, not the chain stuff, and rows of Victorian terraces just quietly sitting there like they've always known their value would boom someday. Well, that day has come. Norwich is no longer the quiet cousin of Cambridge or the overlooked sibling of Ipswich. Nope. It's the city investors are eyeing right now. And honestly, I don't blame them. Let's break it down. First things first, location, baby. Norwich is nestled in the heart of East Anglia. And despite not having a direct motorway, still, it's incredibly self-sufficient. With trains to London Liverpool Street in under 2 hours and Stansted Airport just over an hour and a bit by car, it's surprisingly well connected. Plus, it has that rare mix of countryside charm and city convenience. Fields in one direction, funky bars in the other. What's not to love? And oh boy, the demand. Student lets? Tick. UEA and Norwich University of Yachts keep the rental market flowing, especially for HMOs. Professional tenants? Double tick. Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital is a beast of an employer. And let's not forget Aviva HQ, the massive insurance brand that's not budging anytime soon. I listed a 2-bed flat on Unthank Road. Yes, that's actually the name. Last October. Thought it would take a few weeks. Ha! Try 2 days. 9 viewings, 4 offers, all over asking. Madness. Now about prices, this is where it gets juicy. Compared to the Southeast and big hitters like Bristol or Bath, Norwich is still affordable. But not for long. The average semi-detached sits at around $290K now. Just 3 years ago, that same house would have been around $240K. And detached homes in NR4? Well, let's just say they're not hanging around. But wait, what's driving it? Let's talk WFH. The pandemic really flipped the script. People realized they didn't need to be chained to an office cubicle in Zone 1. So they started hunting for space. And Norwich? Big gardens, big rooms, and actual fresh air. Suddenly it's the dream. Remote workers from London? They've been buying up 3 beds like it's a sale at John Lewis. I helped the couple from Hackney find a place in Cringleford. They sold a tiny flat with a balcony the size of a doormat and bought a house with a garden big enough for a football match. This is ridiculous, they kept saying. Why didn't we do this sooner? Also, green credentials are starting to matter. Norwich is all over this. From eco-homes on the outskirts to smart city planning, the council is leaning into sustainability. The city center's largely pedestrianized. Cycling's popular despite the hills. Yes, there are a few. And more homes are being built with EPC ratings of A or B. Good news for investors thinking long-term. Now, lettings. If you're a landlord, Norwich is golden. Yields of 5 to 6% are standard in the right areas. Think NR3 for solid student professional demand. NR5 if you want the hospital and university renters. And NR1 for city slickers who still like to pub crawl. And yes, people still do that. One of my landlords just expanded his portfolio from 2 to 5 properties in the city. He's gone all in on Norwich. It's not just the return, he told me. It's the feel. I'd live in any of these places myself. And I agree. Now, before I get carried away, let me throw in a wild card. Holiday lets. Yarmouth's close, the Broads are on your doorstep, and Norwich has that quirky indie vibe that Airbnb guests love. I've seen 2-bed cottages with a log burner and a hot tub get booked out 6 months in advance. Insane. Of course, it's not all rosy. There are some hurdles. Planning permissions can be sticky, especially in conservation areas. The market is heating up so fast that gazumping, remember that old classic, is making a comeback. And if you're buying to renovate, brace yourself. Builders are in short supply, and material costs? Oof. But here's the thing. Norwich is growing. Not just in numbers, but in buzz. It's becoming that place where people want to stay, not just pass through. Investors, first-time buyers, families upsizing. It's like a property party, and everyone's invited. So, if someone asked me where to park their money outside of the London bubble, I'd probably lean in, lower my voice a bit, and whisper, "Have you looked at Norwich yet?" Because honestly, it's East Anglia's best-kept secret, and I don't think it'll stay secret much longer.